I was really looking forward to Woody Woodpecker Goes to Camp for two reasons. One, it seemed like a really fun idea. Two, although I did watch Woody Woodpecker growing up, I don't have that many specific memories of the character, so I was keen to explore the character and the character's personality. But with that being said, it also means that I'm coming at this from a different perspective to some people. I imagine my opinion might be different, to people who grew up loving Woody Woodpecker, who have really fond memories of the character. Maybe not, my opinion might be similar, but that's just something worth bearing in mind. Not that I have anything really negative to say, but my perspective might be different to some people. But also, I can confirm that even if you don't have any specific Woody Woodpecker memories, it doesn't make a difference. It's still a pretty good film. This was released in 2024. In fact, it was released today. It's directed by Jonathan A. Rosenbaum, and it stars Mary-Louise Parker as Angie, Chloe de los Santos as Maggie. Maggie is a brilliant character. I will come back to her. Josh Lawson as Zane, and Eric Bauza as the voice of Woody Woodpecker. We have a great cast in addition to that. I won't go through them all, of course, but they will be listed in the description of this video. And this takes place at a camp. Woody Woodpecker is told he's no longer allowed to live in his current home, so he goes to find a new one, and he comes across this camp. And this Camp Woohoo has a rival camp, Camp Hoorah, and it seems like Camp Woohoo might be getting shut down. But Woody Woodpecker and the rest of the camp fight, or compete against is a less violent word, compete against the other camp to try and save everything. And the majority of the film is various different camp challenges, and I think the camp environment is brilliantly done. I've never been to camp. It's not really a thing in the UK, but I have seen many camp-based films. So for me, it's the kind of environment and the kind of atmosphere that I expected. I think we have a great variety of challenges to keep things fresh and exciting and entertaining. And we have a great cast of characters, including, as previously mentioned, Maggie, who is my personal favourite out of all of the children in this. But everybody gave a really great performance. Maggie definitely came across as somebody with confidence issues, but with a lot of abilities, and each of the children have their own obstacles to overcome, metaphorical obstacles, and they all help each other to do this. And of course, Woody Woodpecker helps a lot as well. With regards to Woody Woodpecker's character, I didn't completely love him. I didn't dislike him. At no point did I dislike him, but I didn't immediately go, wow, I love this character. I hope we get a sequel because I want to see more of him. That's not my response to the character, but I did like him well enough, and I love the animation of the character. I thought he looked brilliant. We have 3 animated characters, and the blend of animation and live action is just beautiful. It works so well. Visually, really entertaining. The color palette for this film is gorgeous. Obviously, we have the bright colours with Woody Woodpecker, but most of the time, the kids in the camp, in Camp Woohoo at least, are wearing a lot of brightly coloured, vibrant clothing, which just really makes it a little bit more visually engaging. And obviously, we have a lot of gorgeous outdoor scenery as well. With regards to it being funny, because it is listed as a comedy, I didn't really find it to be very funny. I feel like a lot of the humour is quite juvenile. I do feel like if I had to decide whether it was a family film or a children's film, I would say it's more towards the children's side. But I think it is something that the whole family can enjoy, but maybe not as much as some other similar family films. But nevertheless, I did enjoy it. I thought it worked really well. We have some great messages about teamwork, working together, overcoming problems, brilliant camp atmosphere, great characters, and Woody Woodpecker was a delight. I don't know how other people feel about it, because at the moment there are 7 reviews on IMDb. When I pulled up the listing before I watched it, there were no reviews. Now there are 7, but it has 7.8 out of 10, which is a good start at the very least. I don't know if I'd rate it quite as highly as that, but I have to say it's a pretty decent story, great characters, nice animation. It might not have been as funny as I would have liked, but nevertheless, I thought it was pretty good. Would I watch a sequel? If there is a sequel, I should point out I've got no idea if that's something they plan, but hypothetically, did I enjoy this enough to want more? I'm not overly enthusiastic about jumping into a second film if we ever get one, but I would watch it. I'd definitely give it a chance. It's a pretty good film, and whether you grew up with Woody Woodpecker or you're quite new to the character, I'd say Woody Woodpecker Goes to Camp is definitely worth checking out. It's a fun film with a lot of great qualities.